forklift driver. What is up everyone? Welcome back to the Dream Build Home series. I hope you guys are all well. I am finally updating you guys after probably about 2 months, and there's been a lot of changes and there's been a lot happening on site. As I'm currently filming this, it is May time, so let's rewind all the way back to March and see what happened. Hello everyone. So today we have had a very exciting delivery.
Can't believe the lorry actually got up here. We were expecting to use a telehandler to bring all the steel up, which would have taken ages.
Well, this isn't all the steel, but definitely some of it. Yeah, so things are finally starting to happen, which is exciting. Also, we have had almost all of the house pretty much delivered here, and this is the downstairs area mainly. They still have more panels to bring, but yeah, I mean, I can't believe our house is basically flat packed on site.
Well, you got most of the ground floor panels over there, a few first floor panels here. None of the roof is here yet, because that's still all to come.
Yay!
Got all that, and then some metal web joists just there.
Oh yeah, let's show those. That's basically the second floor.
Right, it's the first floor joist.
Sorry, yeah, first floor. So these are the first floor joists. This is what the floor is made of. These are called posi web joists, aren't they?
Yeah, or metal web joists.
So all of the pipe work and wiring is going to sort of be going between these.
Get all our services through there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff here, and this is there's still a lot more to go.
Yeah, but these are the walls of our house. How crazy. The building team started to offload the steels and glulam beams off the lorry. This marked the first official day of the actual structure being erected, which was super exciting. Matt and I were kind of biting our nails in anticipation, as this was the moment we would find out whether our groundwork and those pesky holding down bolts would line up perfectly with the steel as intended. Luckily, everything fit together like a puzzle and the steels were flying up so quick. Alright guys, so it's a new day. It is so bright we can barely keep our eyes open.
Yeah.
But they are doing stuff in the background today.
Yeah, finally. It's actually looking like it's taking shape.
Yay! I'm so excited. They're finally putting the steels up, as you can see behind us. And we have somewhat of a steel frame of the house, which is crazy. As this was happening, we very quickly realized we can't just stand there and watch them all day long, even though we quite enjoy it. So we decided to do a little side project of our own and build Matt's workbench in the newly built garage. You'll have to check out the videos on the vlog channel to see how it all came out though. Once the first upright steels were up and bolted to the ground, they were starting to bolt together the horizontal ones to give them stability. We were super impressed at how well these guys were lining up the steels and bolting everything together whilst balancing on top of a ladder. I for sure could not do that. Good morning everyone. Today is a really exciting day. We are bright and early back on site, and we have actually had a delivery of some of the steels. It is super windy, so I apologize. But yeah, we've had some more steels delivered on site today. We've actually been waiting all week for like this one piece of steel that was really crucial. They literally couldn't move on without it. So that's finally here. They're pressing on with fitting it right now behind me. I'm really excited because this piece is actually a very long piece of steel. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, that steel that they are literally just fitting right there is probably about, I want to say maybe 6 meters longer than that even, I think. It's super, super long, and it's because underneath we're going to have a super big door that's sliding. There's a lot of glass involved. But yeah, that piece has just been so annoying because it's been holding everything up, but they can finally press on with, you know, doing the upstairs now and the rest of the building. So I'm really excited. So whilst the lads are working on the metal structure, me and Andy are working on the garage. We've been battening this out all of yesterday and today. The reason why it was just myself and Matt's dad is because at this point in time, Matt had injured his back and could barely walk, so he took out a few days to recover. So as the steel frame was taking shape, the New Forest SIPs team decided to start putting up some of the SIPs wall panels. This was probably the moment I was looking forward to the most. Every week I was literally pestering them, asking, when are the walls gonna go up? When are the walls gonna go up? I think once you start seeing the walls of your house, it really starts to feel real. Alright guys, welcome to my empty house tour. Just kidding, it's literally so empty there's not even walls yet, but come on in. Yeah, we're currently walking through the wall. This is going to be the media unit wall. If Matt spins around, he can show you. So behind me is going to be the media wall with like the TV, the fireplace, and on either side of it is going to be the big like glass windows top to bottom. So it's so cool to finally be able to see what kind of view and framing we'll actually be able to see through these windows. As you can see in the distance, we've got some really nice pine trees, so I can't wait to be able to see that whilst I'm chilling in the lounge. So the steel frame is obviously not quite finished. There's still lots of steels that need to go at the top, but it's definitely looking way more complete than last time I updated you guys. And on this end, we have finally got some wall panels. As you saw, me filming the guys put some up the other day. This is how it's looking so far. And honestly, it's just so cool to finally be able to like see the footprint of the house, how big the rooms are gonna be. This is the hallway and it's freaking ginormous. Like I really didn't think it'd be this big. Over here is the front door as well. They've put a stud wall in. It's really starting to take shape. Over here, we've got like the cinema room in the back. And I love how quickly they are able to put these walls up. It's literally in a matter of days, there's like, this whole site has just completely transformed. Over here, we have another door, which is gonna be like part of the cinema room. So that's gonna look out over in that direction. Obviously the mound of rubble is gonna be gone at some point. So hopefully we should have a nice view there. So this is actually the front of the house. This house has obviously got quite a lot of different shapes going on. So it's kind of always hard to tell which should be the front or should be the back. But yeah, this is the front door. We really have to decide on a front door. If you guys have any recommendations of what companies you think I should go for, definitely let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Could you watch the height for me?
He almost just clears it. So close to the steel. Now, as you saw in our previous episode, we were pouring the internal concrete slabs and it was now time to pour the very last one. And let me tell you, this one was a beast. That's why we left it till last. So firstly, Matt leveled the hardcore that was already inside. We also added a bunch more until we were at the right height. Then covered it with a thin layer of sand to stop any rocks from puncturing the damp-proof membrane, and we were ready to go. We actually had to shutter a thin strip all around the circumference of the internal walls and have strips of concrete in the middle. This basically acts as a supporting slab for our finished floor. Good morning guys, it's another beautiful day at the Pla and it is very sunny today and it seems like such a nice day. However, it's already very stressful and it's not even 10 o'clock yet. Basically, as you can see behind me, the works are pressing on. The only problem is the building inspector is literally coming in an hour, and as you can see, the base of our foundations is not prepped yet. As you saw in the previous clips, we were spreading some hardcore and then sand. We've now got to the stage where the damp-proof course is laid out. However, there's still all of this sort of like metal mesh that has to go on top of here. That actually gets concreted into the base to give it strength, but basically we've not gotten around to doing that yet. So as per usual, it's been a little bit of a mad rush this morning. I feel really bad for Matt though, because he had to run around like a headless chicken getting all the bits we needed, like the whacker play, some other bits and bobs, and yeah, he's super stressed out because we're actually missing this one vital part, which is basically like these little plastic feet that hold the mesh up off of the ground, and we don't have any of those, so we're a bit like stuffed because what are we gonna do? The concrete's coming tomorrow, and if the building inspector hasn't seen the mesh in place, we can't go ahead and concrete tomorrow. So that's a little bit annoying, but you know, that's how it is with building your own house. Nothing is ever smooth sailing. It took 4 of us to carry these heavy metal meshes, and it was truly back-breaking work. And this was just when Matt's back started to heal from his previous injury, so it wasn't great timing really. Once all the mesh was in place, we then had to pour the concrete over it. We divided the slab into 4 sections with breaks in between to allow for expansion, as it was a really long length of about 20 meters. All right, so this is how it's going this week so far. We have had some panels put up in the long wing, which is really exciting because this area has been left quite bare for like quite a few weeks. So yeah, really good to see some walls up in there.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's like, although there's not many panels going in there, it's mostly glass.
Yeah.
It's still nice to see something happening.
Yeah, because finally you can sort of see where the walls will be and then the framing of the windows and what kind of view you'll have out of those windows. So yeah, it's really exciting. We've also got some more roof joists on the first floor, and then also the single story area has its roof being put on right now as we speak, which is so exciting. We've also had a chance to do a sample of the brick slips that are going to be cladding the whole building. I'll show you guys now, and you need to tell me your advice on which one you think we should go for. We're kind of torn between the two. So we have this one, which is just kind of like non-grouted. It's very stacked and linear, and I really like it, and it is the easier one to do. However, this one here is, I don't know, a lot nicer. I mean, don't look at how stained it is because this is the grout basically not being washed off, but it should look like this with this grout in the middle. The problem with this one is that it's very, very hard to do because you're having to clean the whole face of the brick, and yeah, it's a lot of labor intensive work.
So it's A or B, which one do you prefer?
Let me know. So here is what the guys have been working on yesterday. They've put up all the posi web joists, which is basically the floor of our first story, and it's looking really, really good.
Yeah, there was quite a major problem they discovered the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Every steel column is 20 millimeters too short. Yeah, the steel company basically messed up, and they went off an engineer drawing that was older instead of what the guys were actually telling them to do. It just means the downstairs roof height will be 20 mil shorter and the overall roof height will be 20 mil shorter, which is that much. So
it's not a lot really.
We're not going to notice it, but you know, it's just one of those things that they noticed because obviously you've got a steel column going up there and it's bolted to that. But when it comes over here, it's sat on a glue lam. Yeah. And all the glue lams were pre-cut to size in the factory. So it wasn't sitting level, like it had a slant on it.
Only by 2 centimeters, which isn't a lot.
Well, that's how they realised. So to overcome it, they've now had to remove every piece of steel and lower them by 2 centimeters where they're sat on glue lams so they match and so they're level.
To make it right.
It's cost a few days.
But I am pretty impressed that New Forest Sips did catch it this early, because if they had it would have been so much undoing. If they started building like the upstairs, oh my gosh, I don't think that would have been good.
Weeks worth of work undone. So yeah, at least they caught it, a couple of days to rectify it, and it wasn't their mistake, to be fair.
It's just an annoying situation, that's all.
So we can now apply for grand designs because we've had a problem.
Well, I'm sure there's many more to come. Guys, I am upstairs for the very first time. It is finally all boarded and we're able to walk around, which is so crazy. So over there, they've started doing more of the posi joists so that they can board it at some point this week. But yeah, we're in the hallway. How cool is this?
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? Obviously the banister will be going here and the staircase down there.
Yeah, it's actually quite trippy being stood here because it's like, could just fall at any minute. But yeah, let me show you the view from these windows here. This is probably my favorite part of this house, and that's like the views to the pine trees, because this whole area used to be like a pine tree plantation, so there's still quite a lot of really old mature trees around that luckily didn't get cut down, so that's good. But I'm gonna show you guys down here first. Let me show you guys around in our bedroom. Obviously it's not got a roof right now, but over on this side we're gonna have kind of like a shower cubicle. We sort of wanted our wing of this house to feel a little bit like a hotel, like a little bit more fancy and bougie. So we've got a shower on there, but we've also got a bathtub in this area here, which is going to have a skylight.
Yeah, so that'll be the bathroom. There will be walls here.
Yeah.
And then that's the bedroom, and then that's the walk-in wardrobe at the back.
Yeah, so the walk-in wardrobe is probably going to start from somewhere around here. and it's going to be essentially behind the bed. So what my plan is to have like cool Japanese themed shoji screens to kind of like slide behind the bed. That's literally what I'm thinking about already. I know, the house isn't even bloody built yet and I'm already decorating in my head. And then over here we're gonna have the bed, we're gonna have the bedside tables on either side, and that is our view, which is just crazy. I'll never get bored of this view. And of course the mound of rubble is going to be gone at some point, so we'll be able to see onto the paddock, which is going to be so cool. I'm so excited.
I wonder when they're going to build the balcony, because all around here is like a wraparound balcony.
Yeah, so we have a balcony right there, which also, this is going to be a fixed window, but you will be able to sort of walk around here just to like a little area there. So that'll be good. I'll be able to see who's coming through the gate. Alright guys, so to finish off this video, I thought I would actually show you guys my garden, since you guys have been asking me on Instagram for a bit more gardening content. And my aim for the house is to actually have a Japanese themed garden, hence why I have such a large collection of aces right now. So as it's now spring and all of my aces are in full bloom, I thought I would show you guys my favorite varieties. So my absolute favorite right now is the Wilson Pink Dwarf, which is just so stunning. I mean, look at these tiny dainty pink leaves. They were a lot more pinky, but they're kind of turning into like a super gorgeous salmon color. Eventually this tree will be fully green in the summer, and then it kind of goes back to like a pinky color in the autumn. This one has got to be my absolute favorite right now. And then my second favorite is probably this one. This is called Moonrise, and it is super special because the leaves are very big and wide for an Acer. It also has such a stunning variety of colors. It goes from super lush green colors to like orangey and pinky sort of tones. I mean, look how stunning the leaves are that get full sun. They just go so bright and orange. Another favorite of mine is this one here, which is called the Shinda Shoujo, and once again, this is such a stunning color of leaf this season. It's sort of in the process of turning into a bright red, and I honestly love this variety so much. I also have some slightly more variegated and interesting kind of varieties, like this one, which is called Extravaganza. I absolutely love the pattern of the leaves on this because the colors are just so varied. It's got super cool bright pink and dark sort of purple tones, and this of course will change throughout the season as well. I then of course have to give an honorary mention to this big boy, and this is, I think, a garnet. I'm not entirely sure, but I acquired this last winter and it's doing pretty well considering it is a quite old tree. I mean, look at the trunk, it is super thick, and I managed to get it in one of the like larger pots that I could find in B&Q. I honestly wasn't sure if this was going to survive, but it has, and it's doing really well. I just love the color on this. Another really awesome variety is the Ukigumo, for anybody wanting to get into aces. It's basically super famous for the fact that the leaves are almost white. They have like a speckled kind of texture to them, and this tree is actually perfect in shade. If you have quite a lot of shade in your garden, this tree actually becomes the whitest it can possibly be when it's in shade rather than sun, so that's why I keep it here. I actually have two of these. They're only small, but I can't wait to plant them into the ground so they can start growing tall. And then another super interesting variety that I have is called Shiraz. This is actually the tree that I got from Matt for Christmas, and I promised you guys I would update you on how it's gonna look when it actually leaves out. This is it. Oh my goodness, I just love looking at the leaves up close. They have such a cool like really hot pink margin on the leaves, and they're just so freaking stunning. I hope that this color sticks throughout the summer as well. So yeah, this is basically an overview of all my Japanese aces. I kind of keep them all together so that I can water them. I've got to say, I love my red aces so much, but I'm definitely more into like the pinky ones lately. They just look so stunning from far away. I also thought I would update you guys on how my vegetable garden's going. These are my potatoes, and I actually have like 6 different different varieties. In this bed right here, I've only got one variety, but they are growing so well, as you can see. I haven't done anything special to them. I've not even used compost or anything, just my regular soil around the garden. So here I have those, and then over here, it's looking like a mess. It's literally so overgrown with grass, but I have another kind here all bunched together. I have a couple more here and then a couple more there, and they all seem to be doing great. So I'm really, really happy with it. When the house is finally built, I definitely want to get into more gardening and actually vegetable planning. So if you guys have any tips for a new beginner like me, definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know what are some good vegetable to start with as a beginner. I know potatoes are like a no-brainer, but is there anything else that you guys think I should start with? Maybe like carrots? Just something super easy, because I don't have all the knowledge that I need to actually do this yet. Anyways, that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed catching up with the build process. I know it's been a couple of months since I've updated you, but I'm sure I'm going to update you very, very soon again. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for catching up with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.